are loading my bike. I rented a bike because I don't have my own bike. We sold our bike, the bike that I have, because it was heavy. So I have to rent a bike.
And we did. And it's pink. And now we need to get it on the bike rack, which will probably be successful. But we will see. And here we go.
Oopsie. Oopsie. Well, it seems like it's gonna work. Probably.
We want it to work. It'll work.
Yep, it's gonna work.
So, my wife just told me I look funny. So first of all, I disagree with that analysis. The point of this section is simply to show you that the pink rental bike did finally fit on, and we're hopeful it doesn't fall off on the way to Montana, where we start the ride.
Next time we're gonna have our own bike. You have a container now? She just said she's got some bikes. It was a good thought. Own bike.
So here we are in the first tunnel of the route of the Hiawatha Trail, following an old railroad track that is obviously removed. And this is the first tunnel. It's 1.7 miles long, basically a flat grade. It's a railroad track, or it used to be. And it's very wet, and the water is coming in all over the place, and it's about 40 degrees, and there's no light. So on with the adventure. Many more tunnels and trestles to come.
Yep. So we survived on the first tunnel, and now it's time to read the sign.
I read a lot of times.
Yep.
The first tunnel, it was cold, but it's basically a level ride. It's not uphill, downhill, it's just level. I guess I should have thought of that. It's like, a train track. It can go up and down a little bit.
But it's like muddy too.
Yep.
See some lights coming out of the tunnel.
here we are inside one of the tunnels. Not a long one, on the route of the Hiawatha Bike Trail. The trains used to go through there. They lined them with cement, obviously, but look up above at the stalactites coming through, only right in this section that I can see. And so it's sort of turning into a cave.
Of the path that we probably will go down and ride through it.
So, I'll tell you a little history type thing while the camera pans around to show you the trestle that we're going to be going down and over. You can see a bike going across it right now, but we're obviously way up here. We're not there yet. So the question is, why are all railroad tracks, mostly all, 4 feet, 8½ inches wide? That's how much space there is between the railroad tracks, and now all the trains, except for narrow gauge ones, are designed to fit on it. And the answer is that spacing came from ancient times in the Roman Empire, where that was the exact amount of space to fit evenly behind the butts of 2 horses that were carrying a wagon or a chariot of war. And now we use it for trains.
I'm gonna wait for you on the other side. Yep, this is our first trestle.
So this is one of the many trestles in the route of Hiawatha. It's way up here. You probably can't even tell. But it's a long way down. now we're on the longest trestle and the highest trestle. 750 feet long, 220 feet high. The railroads used to run on this, but now we are. Mahal.
I'll show you. Right there. I don't know how good you can see it, but it's right there.
So we're sitting in the shade right now because I need a break. It's hot here. And we've been working hard, even though we're going downhill. So I just learned that in 1933, a train derailed right along this section, rolled over the embankment you can't see, and then landed in the creek down below. 2 of the cars were full of wheat barley, which spilled out and ended up in the creek and just got all wet. So over the next couple of months, it turns out that stuff got fermented and became alcohol. And then for the next year, the bears, who love this kind of free meal, came and ate it and got visibly drunk. And some were all happy and giggly and rolling around, and others were fighting until one of them died. And it's because they were drunk little bears, big bears. So the ride is over. Actually, we got more, but most of the ride is over. And my rear end is very glad.
Difficult. Not gonna lie. We were more worried for your little one's safety.
What? Arrow from his bow and run out and catch the arrow before it hit the ground. And so they used that legend when they put passenger service on the Milwaukee Road many years ago to say swift travel by rail. Of course, before that they were comparing to a wagon train. But anyway.